Welcome to this short instructional video on how to use some basic functions in Microsoft Excel. So we have this set of information and we want to find out a number of things about it. This is looking at sales for 2018. We want to analyze the sales. To start with, we want to find out the total for all the particular items. So we'll put our cursor on H3. So here we want to find out how much each item has given to the company over the 6 months. So we'll put the cursor there and then we'll go to the sum function. We'll click directly on it, though of course if you prefer you can also drop the arrow there and click on sum. It's the same action. So we'll click on the sum and it will ask the range that it should add. So we're adding from B3 up to G3. That is correct. So we'll press enter and that is our sum. And then we'll use autofill to fill the same formula in the other parts of the column. And relative referencing ensures that depending on the position in the sheet, then it's able to reflect the current cell references. So we have that, we know the totals. Then we also want to know the average, so we'll put the cursor there. And then we'll go back to the sum there and drop the arrow and click on the average, like that. So again, we'll take note of the range. So it wants to add from B3 up to H3. Now, that is not the range that we want. So we remove the H3 because the range should end up to G3. So we can either type G3 or just click on the cell itself and the formula will pick the G3. That one helps us to ensure that we actually enter the right cell reference and removes the likelihood of errors. When we press enter, that is the average. And again, we can use the autofill to put the formula across or the function across the other relevant cells. So that is that, we have the average. Then we have column J, which we have named status, where we want to indicate the status of the totals for this particular 2018 cell. And the status is that if an item is 1200 and above, then the status should indicate good sale. And if an item is below 1200, it should indicate bad sale in lowercase. So we'll put our cursor on G3 and then go to the functions because we want to use in this instance the if function. Now it's not there, so we'll click on more functions. Most recently used, it is there. But if you are, for example, on OYA or you have not used it previously, it means you need to scroll down to the eyes and then locate it. But to help this activity, you simply click on I on the keyboard and then it will jump to the I functions and if is the first one. So we'll click on OK. So the if is already there, as you can see here. We don't need to type it, nor do we need to type the equal sign. So we are here. What is the logical test? We are saying that according to the data that we have, you can see it's already here. It's just waiting for the input for the function to work. We are saying if H3, whatever value is here, is above or on 1200, so we'll type it here. And okay, we'll say H3. Well, of course, again, you can still click on the same and it will pick it. And then we're saying H3 is above or equal to 1000. That is the logic. If this is true, then it should indicate good in lowercase cell. Lowercase. Okay. It should indicate good cell. Then if it is not the case, meaning it is below that amount, then it should indicate bad cell, like that. Then we click on OK, and there we are. So H3, this is below, it's a bad cell. Then we put in the other relevant cells. We'll see, okay, here 1300 is above 1002, So that status is working. Then we have column K. Here we want to look at more than one condition. So instead of going to call on the function using the sum there, we're going to type it ourselves. So we'll say if, okay, or remove the caps. If, of course, we can type in lowercase. Excel will still convert it back to uppercase, but I like doing it like this. If what are you looking for? H3 is above or equal to 800. Now we are using, oh, sorry for that. We are using, in this case, the biggest range because we have 800, 650, and 200 range in the current activity. We are starting with the biggest because the logic test starts in sequence. So if we put the lowest, which is 200, in the range, it will mean every figure that comes that is equal to or above 300, 200 will meet the requirement. So it will not test for the other figures because the first one, it's a true. So we start with the biggest, what is checks for the biggest, second biggest, and the least. That's how to be able to give a true reflection. So we are here, we are saying if it is above 800, then it should indicate cell. Okay. Then we are saying if, again, H3 is greater than or equal to 650, like that, then it should be restock, like that. Close that one off. And then we're saying again, last but not least, if the same H3 greater than or equal to the lowest now, which is 200, what should be the message? We should say do not sell, and this is all in caps according to the question. So we have opened 3. As you can see, it's even helping in editing by showing the different colors. Okay, so we are going to close this 1, 2, 3 times, like that. So this one is closed, this one is closed, this one is closed. If there are any errors, of course, we check nicely. Are the commas in place? The double quotes in place? Okay. Then we press enter, like that. Okay, so here we still remain with this. So we are saying the status should be sell because it's above 800. So we roll it down to the other relevant cells. There we are. So we are saying do not sell because this is above 200. That is okay. So if we also test for the 650, if I come here and make it, let's say 670, just to see if it is working, there it's saying restock. Okay, we can undo that one. So that is our use of some basic functions in Excel. Thank you for your attention.